Hey everybody, this is Chris here bringing you another Proto Tech Tip. Now this week I'm going to dive into the common challenges of designing cutouts and how to tackle them. So let's just get rolling. Now to start off, you know how cutouts are an essential part of your design for custom parts and enclosures. They can be used for functional and mechanical purposes as well as to improve the aesthetics of a certain part. Now at Protocase and Protospace MFG, we can custom manufacture your parts and enclosures complete with the cutouts that you need, all within a fast lead time of 2 to 3 days. Now designing cutouts might seem straightforward at first, but if you've tackled projects that involve intricate shapes or precise placements, you do know that challenges can add up quickly. And for cutouts to serve their intended purpose, whether it's for connectors, switches, displays, or even ventilation, it's important to understand and tackle design challenges. Now the first challenge I'm going to talk about is the cutout placement. Cutout positioning is one of the earliest decisions in a design process, and a misstep here can lead to a lot of problems down the line. A common mistake is placing cutouts too close to bend lines. When the sides are being bent on our press brake machinery, cutouts can stretch or flare. This can be a problem, especially if you need to fit a component inside the cutout. Therefore, you should consider the minimum flange value, which is the minimum distance the edge of a flange or specific cutout can be from the bend. I highly recommend referring to the material bend radii and minimum bend size chart on our websites for these numbers when you're designing. But of course, there are some situations where you simply have to place the cutouts closer to a bend for your project. Now to overcome this problem, you can use notches. We have a whole Proto Tech Tip video on this topic alone, so I'll leave a link for that in the description below. Now if notches are also a problem, well, CNC machining is a great solution as you can create precise cutouts with smooth edges, giving you more flexibility in your design. Now it's also important to take thermal and electrical considerations into account. For example, if you place electrical connectors too close together, it can lead to signal interference or even arcing. Now on the other hand, if you're adding cutouts to a load-bearing structure, poorly placed openings could end up weakening the entire design. Now another challenge that often arises is the incorrect sizing of cutouts. If a cutout is too small or too big, it may fail to serve its intended purpose or risk structural instability. For example, cutouts that are too tight may damage connectors during insertion, while oversized cutouts can result in loose fits or require additional gaskets. That's why it's important to account for manufacturing tolerances, for which you can find details on our websites. You also shouldn't forget about material expansion and shrinkage too. It's easy to overlook, but if your part has tight tolerance features and will be used in extreme conditions, well, this is going to be something that you're going to want to keep in mind. A good plan here to get this right is to test with different iterations and adjust your size assumptions. For this, you're going to need rapid prototyping. Whether you choose sheet metal fabrication, CNC machining, or 3D printing, we can manufacture your custom parts in just 2 to 3 days. And if you're looking for a cost-effective option, 3D printing is going to be a fantastic choice. Now next, let's talk about spacing concerns. The spacing between cutouts can really impact how strong and aesthetically pleasing a design turns out. If the cutouts are going to be too close together or irregular, it could weaken the structure and impact the overall appearance of the component. So another important thing to remember is to account for the installation of components in real-world conditions. A component may fit perfectly in a 3D model, but might be difficult to install later on. For example, a wrench or screwdriver might not fit in the available space, or it might be hard to hold a component in place while securing it. Providing access for a screwdriver through a flange to reach a screw below can really make installation much easier by keeping the tool straight. So before wrapping up this video, I just want to mention that with our in-house design software Protocase Designer, you can create your own cutouts or choose one from the cutout library for your designs. And the best part here is that there are live manufacturability checks. So if there's an issue with the size, placement, or spacing of the cutouts, you'll get a heads up right away. So with that, we come to the end of this week's Proto Tech Tip video, and remember, because we are powered by high velocity mass customization, HVMC for short, we can custom manufacture your fully finished parts and enclosures with cutouts included in as fast as 2 to 3 days. So I hope you enjoyed this content, and until next time, please take care.